If you're drowning in debt, don't worry. We've got your back. Join Money Smart Basics as we dive into what to do when debt collectors start suing you. Know your rights, take control, and fight back. Click to learn more. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment for more Money Smart Basics videos. Stay until the end to receive a bonus tip. If you have any suggestions for financial literacy topics for our next video, please leave a comment. The day the debt collector knocks a call to action. Imagine this, you're going through your mail and bam, there it is, an official-looking document with the dreaded words debt collection lawsuit. It's enough to make anyone's heart skip a beat. But don't panic. This isn't the time to bury your head in the sand. This is a call to action, people. Don't ignore the lawsuit. Ignoring it won't make it disappear. You have rights. Read the lawsuit carefully. Understand what you owe and why. This is just the beginning of the fight, and you're not going down without a swing. Don't play dead responding to the lawsuit. Okay, so you've ripped open the lawsuit and hopefully you haven't spontaneously combusted from the shock. Now it's time to respond to the lawsuit. Remember that lawsuit deadline we talked about earlier? Yeah, that's not just a suggestion, it's a legal requirement you must follow. Responding doesn't mean you agree with the debt or the claims. Think of it as clearing your throat and saying, "Hold on a minute, debt collector, let's talk about this. You have the right to dispute the debt, ask for proof of the debt, or even negotiate a payment plan that works for you." How do you respond? Usually there's a form included with the lawsuit papers. Fill it out carefully and honestly, without any errors. If you're unsure about something, this is where a lawyer comes in handy. More on that later in the video. Once you've responded, make sure you send it through a trackable method like certified mail. This way, you have proof you responded on time and can avoid any issues. Because in the world of debt collection lawsuits, documentation is your best friend and ally. Lawyer up your secret weapon against debt collectors. Let's face it, dealing with debt collectors is about as fun as a root canal. And just like you wouldn't perform surgery on yourself, hopefully, you shouldn't navigate a debt collection lawsuit alone. This is where a lawyer swoops in, cape billowing in the wind, ready to fight for your rights. A lawyer can help you understand the lawsuit, explain your options, and even represent you in court. Think of them as your legal bodyguard, protecting you from the bullies of the debt collection world. But Alfonso, you might say, lawyers are expensive. And you're right, they can be. But there are resources available, like legal aid organizations and pro bono services that offer free or low-cost legal help. Don't be afraid to shop around and ask about fees. Getting legal help is an investment in protecting your rights and finances. Remember, you're not alone in this fight. Know your rights. The Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA, is your friend. The FDCPA protects consumers from unscrupulous debt collectors. Think of the FDCPA as your trusty sheriff, keeping debt collectors in check. It prohibits abusive, unfair, or deceptive practices. No more threatening calls at 3 a.m. or showing up at your workplace in a chicken suit. And no more trying to collect on debts you don't owe. The FDCPA is your friend, so use it to your advantage. Section 5. Building your defense, gathering evidence. Alright, let's talk strategy. You've responded to the lawsuit, you've got your legal counsel by your side, and you're armed with the knowledge of the FDCPA. Now it's time to build your defense. Think of it as constructing a fortress of evidence to protect yourself from those pesky debt collectors. This is where your inner detective comes in. Start gathering any and all documentation related to the debt. This includes original loan documents. Remember that agreement you signed what feels like a lifetime ago? Find it. Payment history. Gather bank statements, canceled checks, or online payment confirmations to show what you've already paid. Communication records. Keep copies of any letters, emails, or voicemails from the debt collector. Remember, the burden of proof is often on the debt collector. They need to prove that you owe the debt and that they have the right to sue you for it. If you can poke holes in their case with solid evidence, you're in a much stronger position to defend yourself effectively. Section 6. Negotiating the debt-finding common ground. Okay, so maybe you don't have the legal equivalent of an atom bomb to drop on the debt collector. Don't worry, there's still hope. You have options. Remember, most debt collectors would rather settle than go through a lengthy and expensive trial. This is where negotiation comes in. Think of negotiation as a delicate dance requiring patience and strategy. You want to find a solution that works for both parties. This might involve debt settlement, offering a lump sum payment for less than the full amount owed. Payment plan, negotiating a schedule of payments that fits your budget and financial situation. Debt validation, requesting proof of the debt, especially if you believe it's not yours or there are inaccuracies. When negotiating, always get everything in writing. Don't rely on verbal agreements. A written agreement protects you and ensures everyone is on the same page. Remember, you have the right to negotiate, so don't be afraid to stand your ground and fight for a fair resolution. Section 7, facing the court, what to expect. Alright, let's say you've exhausted all other options, and you're facing the big leagues court. Take a deep breath, it's not as scary as it sounds. Think of it as a formal meeting, albeit one with more serious consequences. Here's the thing, court proceedings can vary depending on your state and the complexity of the case, but generally, you can expect discovery. Both sides exchange information and evidence. Motions, formal requests made to the court, like asking the judge to dismiss the case. Trial, the actual hearing where both sides present their case. The most important thing is to remain calm and collected. Dress professionally, be respectful to the judge and court staff, and let your lawyer do the talking. They're your legal quarterback, guiding you through the game. Section 8. Judgment Day. Understanding the outcome. After what feels like an eternity, the trial is over, and the judge issues a judgment. Now what? Well, the outcome can go a few different ways. Judgment for the plaintiff, debt collector. This means the court agrees that you owe the debt. The debt collector may be able to garnish your wages, put a lien on your property, or seize assets. Judgment for the defendant, you, victory. This means the court agrees that you don't owe the debt, or the debt collector didn't prove their case. Settlement. The court may encourage both parties to reach a settlement agreement. No matter the outcome, it's crucial to understand your rights and responsibilities. If you disagree with the judgment, you may be able to appeal. However, it's best to consult with your lawyer to determine the best course of action. Section 9. Life after a lawsuit, rebuilding your finances. Congratulations, you survived a debt collection lawsuit. Give yourself a pat on the back, you've earned it. But the journey doesn't end there. Now it's time to rebuild and move forward. If the judgment was in your favor, take steps to ensure the debt collector updates your credit report and stops all collection efforts. If you have a judgment against you, explore options like payment plans or negotiating a settlement to prevent further damage to your credit. Most importantly, learn from this experience. Take steps to manage your finances, create a budget, and avoid future debt. Remember, knowledge is power, and by taking control of your finances, you empower yourself to build a brighter financial future. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. With that, you are ahead of 90% of most people in America. Here is the bonus tip that we promised. Stuck in a legal bind? You have more power than you think. Realize your power to negotiate settlements or contest unjust lawsuits. Stand your ground and own the courtroom. Remember, always document everything meticulously. Take control today. The information in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and is not intended as financial advice. We are not financial advisors, and the content should not be construed as professional financial advice. Always seek the advice of a qualified financial advisor or other professional regarding your specific financial situation. The use of any information provided in this video is solely at your own risk. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment for more Money Smart Basics videos.